Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? Oh my gosh, Christina Lawson, you are the bomb. Thank you for this beautiful deck. Guys, this is so dreamy, and the psychology behind the Shadow and Light Oracle is absolute brilliant, not to mention the artwork that is just fantastic. So let's start with obliviousness and awareness. One sip of water before I begin, because of course I started chatting before I even took a swig. Now I love this so much because it talks about how uncertainty really plays a big factor in triggering anxieties. It can be uncertainty about a living situation, if somebody likes you, monetary things, boss, your work. But if we look at all of these things and imagine either a positive or negative outcome, you might feel that the stress is not actually about the outcome itself, but it's the fact that you don't know how things will turn out. And of course we don't want the negative aspect of this. But let's look at this for a moment. When we don't know a resolution of something, it keeps our mind in a constant mode of analyzing and weighing options and doesn't give us a chance to deal with what the outcome would be, right? So once something has been confirmed, there's a path of action that we can do something about it. If a boss doesn't like our work, we have the chance to improve. If we don't get the job, we can move on and look for something else. This card is definitely about you coming out of the unknown by taking action towards the enlightenment in different situations. And sometimes it feels safer to hide below the surface rather than really peeking up to see what's going on. The bubble of the unknown is the scary thing for a lot of people. But a good affirmation for this is, I am courageous enough to find out whatever answers I need to find. Because sometimes it is the uncertainty, that's all it really is, the uncertainty that can make people start to look for worst case scenarios, which are never helpful. But it's strange how our mind will really do this, especially in terms of jobs or something that we want or we're looking for. Oh, and absolutely in relationships as well. So it's one of those things that have an awareness of why we feel this way and why we think what might take place and why. Which brings us to gratitude and indulgence. I love this. Gratitude is one of the best concepts to practice in order to live happy and fulfilled lives. It's easy to become lost in indulgence and try to acquire more and more, be it more things, more friends, more money, more fame. When we're stuck in the indulgence mode, we often fail to see and appreciate what we already have. I definitely experience this too. For whatever reason, it's those little endorphin hits, whether you're shopping online or you're out in a store. You ever be in that last little line that is the impulse line? And we think, oh, just one more thing, one more thing. It really is a trick that's played on our brain. It's like, oh, endorphin hit, me, mine, got more. But later it literally just accrues and takes up space in your home. And if it's something that you don't really love, get rid of it. And that way you can really have gratitude for the things that have meaning. This really plays a huge factor in my family around Christmas, because we know new and surprise things are coming in. We need to make space for them. I love the 1-in-1 plan, that if we buy something new, we rid ourselves of something that we acquired a while ago that we haven't been using or we're not really cherishing. We may have a lot of things that years ago we could only dream of, but when we look ahead and strive forward instead of looking back and comparing with how life used to be, it's like this, it's kind of that leveling up factor, right? Like, oh, I can't believe that I was able to, if you collect, ooh, I can't believe I got this huge selenite statue. Like years ago, I would have not been able to afford it. Things of that nature. But now it is like in this simplistic world of gratitude of, wow, I am so lucky to have what I have, but I don't need to consistently indulge myself and keep acquiring things, because then guess what? The specialness of it wears off, right? Then we are also, you can see it in a lot of the reality shows where people, you look in their closets and they're out shopping so much for clothes and things that they're literally just piling things on racks and racks and racks. They don't even know what they have. That overindulgence really can lead to a lack of appreciation for what truly matters and what is truly special in our life, which leads us to conflict and peace. I love this. Sometimes a conflict needs to escalate in order to reach peace. We can't bury our head in the sands. We really have to do that. So you might be holding something in to avoid confrontation, but the longer it boils, the harder it becomes to hold it in. And eventually it escalates to a conflict by action or confrontation. I feel like this card encourages us to think of conflict or fear of conflict as a sign that something is about to change and is necessary, that whatever is bothering you comes out in the open in order to restore calm in your life. Let me just give you a really great example. It might be when other people just infringe on your resources and take you for granted. Like, say you go out to eat with a friend or a relative, and they just automatically assume you're going to pick up the bill. And you're just thinking, yes, I love to be generous, but they have never offered. That can sort of reach a boiling point, right, where you may not want to bring them out to eat anymore or meet them up if they're just assuming that you are going to always fit the bill. This is about honest communication. And if you're conflicted inside, all you have to do is broach it in a really calm, temperate manner of, listen, I seem to notice a disbalance in the bill picking up. Whatever it is, it can be done diplomatically and calmly, but also we want to broach these conflicts when we are feeling our most calm and our most loving, like after we've had a really good day, a really good meditation center, whatever it is. Because once we broach that subject, then peace comes in. It's like after that crazy storm, the sun comes in, everything's nice and green. And you really owe that to yourself, especially this time of year, because oftentimes we see relatives we haven't seen for a long time, and we could be harboring something, an idea about them that isn't really gracious and loving and peaceful, right? So I love these all together. Again, you guys, this is just the wildest deck. It's the Shadow and Light Oracle, and it has the most beautiful cards. I'll just show you a few right now because I am just blown away by how gorgeous they are. The relaxation and activation. This is really beautiful. Appreciation versus greed. Cherishing versus suppression. Freedom versus sacrifice. It really is, the humanity in all of us, where sometimes we just do let the pendulum swing too far in the other direction, right? Where we are, just say we have these freedoms and we're giving and we're giving and we're giving, and then all of a sudden it's like we're sacrificing our time, we're sacrificing our finances, all of that. Just, it is a more moderate approach to things. And in the book it really talks about, this is one of my favorite. In the book it also talks about how we tend as humans to sometimes go to extremes. If we are not like really in present moment awareness with everything, and I notice this, if I am shopping and I'm tired and I haven't eaten and everything, I then don't really care about the financials of it. I just want to get what I came to get. The patience isn't there. So we have to also notice what our bandwidth is when we are doing any of this. I love this so much. If you really think about people too, it is funny how the more enlightened people become, the less offended they are about other people's actions and words, because we know our truth. But yeah, it is just the greatest deck. And I'll show a few of these cards each day, and I'll be using these for a while. So I hope you all have a great day. Love and light.